Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liza McCarthy. I'm a digital illustrator, and in today's video I am going to talk about how I do my line art and basically the line art process. So I had a lot of requests in this video and I just decided to kind of show you a hint and a process of my line art, and I hope you enjoy watching the whole process, but just really hope that you'll find this video very informative and kind of interesting. I use a dry ink brush, and the reason it was said to be dry ink one is because I have a dry ink brush. They're both the same. It's a Procreate default brush, and I made it a dry ink one since I could change the length of it, but since I'm working on my coloring book, I had to keep the original size of the dry ink brush because I can't remember the size, so I just duplicated the brush. It's the same brush. You can find it on Procreate. It's a very good inking brush, actually. I enjoy using it a lot, and especially for my coloring process, I love kind of outlining and laying color on top of it, and then you just kind of color drop the color. You would see that at the end of the video. And you could see that I'm not working on kind of making my line art very neat and all that. I'm working with my line art as a building block. So I'm kind of trying to build this image and this kind of making it, my goal is to make it neat and to make it kind of very easy to work with. It's not something that's supposed to be very meticulous and very kind of detailed and all that. It isn't supposed to be any of that. It's supposed to be my building block so I could put color later on. And I really kind of enjoy line art. It's very hard and I have to redo most of the lines sometimes, but it's just something that you could work. It's a very tedious chore which you could just work while listening to a podcast, something that's very relaxing, I would say. Coloring is relaxing, but it has more pressure on me since I have to make it really, since I'm having this I have this new coloring style of kind of illustrative style with texture and all that. I have to focus, and there's a lot of pressure on my coloring so that it has to be perfect and very neat, and coloring is what requires my most focus, the flat colors, and that is the reason I don't focus on that line art that much. It's just something random, so I had this request of trying to show my line art process, but it's not a big deal. It's something that's totally normal and totally, it's something that is very simple, doesn't really need or require an explanation. It's something super simple and super easy to do. Another reason I have to point out why I really love line art is because if you improve on your line art, you could maybe, if you want, create something like a coloring book, or you could be more professional in your art, I guess. Line art is just something that you have to practice a lot and you'll get better. And I know that sketches are always definitely better than line art, but the job of the line art is either to have something you color in as if for a reference, right? Or it's something that you lay the colors on top, which I do, obviously. So I wouldn't really need to make it all that straight and all that. I just need to have it as building blocks and something I put the color on top of. Now my personal video updates. I am editing the speed paint I wanted to do. It's a very requested speed paint, obviously. I didn't think that I would be, kind of asked on my Instagram whether I'm going to do a speed paint of this or not, this illustration. It's a Carolyn Petrovsky DTYS, and I was quite intrigued to do a speed paint and kind of try and voice over it. I've tried to upload it with music, but sadly I got copyright claimed, so I am not going to do that again. And I did use actually royalty-free music, which is strange. I did use, and I did link the author, and I still got claimed. So that's kind of a bad thing, and I'm not gonna do that again because I'm trying to shift from Instagram to YouTube as my mainstream kind of art sharing platform. So I won't be doing that. And I'll be just kind of trying to find topics for voiceover that I can be interesting and talk about and stuff like that. Another video that is going to be in my works, and it's something that I want to do, is a Q&A. It's not a personal Q&A, it's going to be an art Q&A. Basically the brushes I use, the anything like that. Whoever's interested in that, just check out my Instagram and just I will be hosting it sometime soon. Because I'm kind of interested to answer the art questions, because I just have some tips and stuff I'd like to share, and that would be amazing if somebody would actually be interested. And I've got a lot of brush recommendations. I've been kind of asking other artists what brushes they use and stuff like that, and I've been experimenting with brushes, so I have this video planned, which is going to be basically a kind of a video where I test out different brush packs I've got, and it's gonna be like a review of some brush packs that if you're interested to purchase or kind of get, I would be your guide to that. And it'll be hopefully very fun video. Or I have another video that I want to do is showing you all my brush collection. So basically all the extensive brush collection. And I wanted to do a video where I show all the Procreate default brushes, which is something exciting. And I heard a lot of people are kind of, they don't know whether to invest in Procreate and whether their brushes are good, but their brushes, I would have to give you spoiler alert. They are amazing, and it's, if you want to get Procreate, do get it, because my personal experience with IB's Paint X was the app that I used before. It wasn't as good as Procreate. Procreate really seems like a seamless and very a very easy app to navigate, a very intuitive app, something that doesn't have a complicated interface, and something that's very easy and yet hard at the same time. And it's kind of something you learn and you just kind of intuitively figure out and experiment with. So it is really a very fun app, and it's definitely worth the $10 it costs. It really doesn't seem much of a big deal for me. But of course, it's something worth investing in. That's what I would say. It's something kind of something that I wouldn't be able to do my art with, or thumbnails or anything like that, because Procreate is just basically the only easy and kind of amazing app I have and use. So that's what I'm using, if you're wondering right now. Do I have any other videos planned? Yes, I do. I have a lot of speed paints from my favorites. So I've been basically seeing what artwork what illustrations have the most likes and the most comments and stuff like that. I've been kind of looking at that, and I've just decided that some of the kind of favorites and most liked artworks are gonna get a speed paint. Others are my favorites too. I mean, I do love all the art that I produce, but I'm not gonna do a speed paint of them, since I just want to put my best out in here, and I just wouldn't think that they would match my current style. And they're kind of, I don't know, I view them old, since my style has changed and diversified in this month, and I just feel like those artworks aren't going to really show me in my new direction and my new art. Another thing that I have to say is that I have this exciting series coming soon, which is redrawing my old art, my very old art from a year ago. I just felt so motivated when I saw the difference in the kind of my new style and the way I was going with it. So I was completely motivated by that, and I really would like to have this series and dedicate some time to redrawing the challenges I did and stuff I did. It would be very, very interesting to do that, and I just feel like it would give you a sort of motivational boost if you're feeling bad about your art. and you could see how I've grown in a year, and maybe that will motivate you to grow in a year as well. So thank you for listening to me talk a lot and just kind of talk about my line art experience and stuff. Check out my social media down below, and basically have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Basically that's it. Thank you for watching.